team, the Norris, a top team here in Class B, the top team, number 1 Norris, hosting Pius in a rivalry match. So we're going to take a break and get ready and begin the pregame show for our boys in just a few minutes as our high school basketball doubleheader rolls on. We'll be back.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy. NCN Sports is brought to you by MedElite Urgent Care, ER skills without ER bills. And by the home team, Charlie and Trista Stewart with the home team.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, they fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Beatrice Community Hospital is proud to serve Beatrice and the surrounding area for over 100 years. We provide quality care with small-town hospitality. Our services include family medicine, OBGYNs, robotic surgery, diagnostic imaging, and more. We're excited to grow our services, including a new medical clinic building in the community of Wymore. We're proud to be a top 20 rural hospital. And thank you for trusting us to care for you and your family. Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care. Incredibly close.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCode.com. NCN Sports is brought to you by Complete Insurance in Lincoln and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports. NCN Sports is brought to you by MedElite Urgent Care, ER skills without ER bills. And by the home team, Charlie and Trista Stewart with the home team.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. And the big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Teammates. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
Welcome to Norris High School Class B basketball, coming your way on a Friday night as Norris, the #1 team in Class B, hosts their rivals Pius. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. We just saw the top 3 matchup on the girls' side, and Norris with a convincing victory over #3 Pius. Boys are hoping it'll be the same. Andy, a lot of storylines coming in. Norris, the #1 team in Class B. The last time these two teams played, there was a Sports Center top 10 highlight clip. First round of the state tournament. We can only guess what we might see tonight.
You're exactly right, and Pius hasn't forgot that one bit, and I doubt Norris has either, winning at state in that type of a fashion. But you're exactly right. Norris would like to take control early and kind of cruise to a victory like the girls just did a moment ago. But Pius the 10th, they're a proud program. They might have something to say about that.
And Norris, they're #1. They have 1 loss on the season. We were here for that game, second game of the year for them against Bellevue West. Since then, they've rattled off double-digit victories. They've done it in impressive fashion. They look like the team to beat here in Class B.
They really are, and we thought that going in. They are so well balanced. They have so many phenomenal athletes. They play with a lot of space, a lot of pace, a frantic pace where they can move you up tempo, and they got multiple scores that are just so tough to defend from sideline to sideline.
The interesting thing about Pius, just 5 wins. They've dropped 6 of their last 7, but you look at the schedule, they play a lot of Class A opponents, and very few of them are blowouts. They are playing tough. They're a proud program, and again, we talked about perhaps the rivalry. There's some revenge factor stuff that plays in. You never know what happens on a Friday night, and you can believe they'll be giving the Titans their best shot.
That's why you play the games, right? And head coach Brill for Lincoln Pius the 10th was very honest with us and mentioned, look, we're still trying to find our offense. You know, got a lot of underclassmen. We're still trying to find that rhythm, which we're best at. And that's a good coaching staff trying to placate his offense, his defense, to his new set of players, his new crop of players, trying to put them in the best position to win.
It's Norris versus Pius on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. We'll talk key players as our pregame show continues here at Norris High.
Pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at customsportscode.com.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
Axman, Andy Klassen. Let's talk key players here for the Titans. And Chris Garner Jr., when you are the all-time leading scorer for a program like this, you're going to get talked about. And Andy, as a senior, he's averaging 16 and 4, shooting 67% from the field. That's pretty good.
And it's not just dunks for the highlight reel. He can back it out and knock down the 3 as well. A returning first state All-Stater. He can do it all. He really is a nightmare when you're trying to match up against him.
We're going to be on a counter. If he has 4 points, he'll hit 1,400. I think he might eclipse the 1,400 career point mark. Flip side for Pius, we're just going with a pure athlete, Charlie Morrow. He's averaging 11 and 4, He is the leader, the effort guy for the Bolts, and the leading scorer. Coach Brill couldn't say enough about him.
Yeah, one of the lone seniors for the Bolts. And you talk about a glue guy, he's also your effort guy. That's why he's the senior leader, the senior captain. Does a little bit of everything, rebounding, scoring, passing. He does it all for the Bolts.
We are 7+ minutes away from tip-off. Stay with us. Norris and Pius coming your way on News Channel Nebraska.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. Visit one of their locations or check them out online at bankofthevalley.com. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Nebraska Public Power District was ready to power the state's ag industry growth in the 70s and the ethanol industry in the 2000s. Today, the need for energy is growing at a rapid pace. We are ready. We are expanding our diverse energy generation mix and building onto an already reliable and resilient infrastructure, not only to power today, but to empower Nebraska's tomorrow. Nebraska Public Power District.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midwest Elite Family Medicine, accepting new patients now. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a Teammates mentor. I've heard Teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates helps students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Welcome back. 5 minutes to tip here at Norris High. Let's take a look at our school spotlight while we have a few moments. First off, for Pius. Doesn't get much more of a blue blood, Andy, than Pius, and you look at the body of work this boys program has done. First state title back in 1923. They have 7 in total to go along with 6 runners-up, and they've been to state 37 times. We mentioned it, though. Last year, it was Norris who crushed their souls. I hate to say it. They thought they had a chance to win. They were the 8 seed taking on the 1. They were up by 3. Norris tied it with like 7 seconds to go. Actually, 3 seconds. And then they stole the inbound and heaved up a 3/4 court shot to win and defeat Pius in what would have been a huge upset and a huge storyline in the Class B.
Really would have been, but it showed you just how tight things were at the top and really throughout the top 10 of Class B. And, you know, Pius has been going kind of back and forth between A and B, and now it kind of feels like they're settling back into the spot they like to be in, and that is Class B.
Flip side for Norris. Also a proud program, 4 state titles for the boys, 79 and 95, 2002 and 2003. Last year, after defeating Pius in that wild game, fell to Scott by 2. But this is a team that's even stronger than last, according to Coach Motes, and they have all the pieces to win a 5th state title this year.
Yeah, you mentioned school spotlight. I want to spread the wealth here with Norris. Their pep band has also came to play. You talk about the team suiting up, coming to play. The pep band. We've heard the weekend, Blinding Lights, Dropkick Murphys, and then how about a little Fountains of Wayne with Stacy's mom? I mean, they are really flexing here tonight, showing you just
how good they are and the different types of music they can play.
And that has got the student section jazzed up as we were talking to them. They've informed us, I don't know if this is official or not, but they've dubbed themselves the Titan Army. So the band has the Titan Army fired up. They got us all fired up. Great atmosphere for basketball.
It really is. It's always a great atmosphere when we get out here to Norris High School, home of the Titans. And I guess the Titan Army, they're back behind the opposing bench. So intimidating force. I think there's a lot of wrestling guys over there. They're always kind of loud.
Yes, they are. Well, with 2.5 to go, let's look at our rankings because we mentioned Norris, number 1 in our Class B rankings. This comes out every Monday by our team of reporters and announcers. That lone loss, Bellevue West back on the 5th. Since that game, they've rattled off about 14 straight, Andy. And, you know, the other thing that's impressive about this, Shane Holin, who we'll talk about more, he was coming off a football injury, was not a part of that game against Bellevue West, which is a top 5 team in Class A. Since he's returned, he's their second leading scorer, averaging 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and shooting 72% from the field. So that shows you how good Norris is when they lost on a last-second shot to Bell West. Otherwise, they've won everything.
You know, and you rewind the clock there. That was a really deep three, well defended. You really couldn't ask for a better effort. And once again, the atmosphere was just fire. Bellevue West traveled really well. And for us to be able to kick off the season with that game here, with that type of a platform, really got the season off to the right start. And Norris found their winning ways in a hurry after dropping that opening game.
Looking at the rest of Class B, some Blue Bloods at the top with Scott and Wahoo, Elkhorn North, Scotts Bluff typically there, and Roncalli, Aurora, Gretna East, Crate, and Bennington rounding out the top 10. But again, if you want to see our rankings, we tweet them out at NCN Sports, and we share them on our website every Monday morning.
Boy, and this was one of those weekends that, you know, Pius kind of circled because they have Norris tonight, and then tomorrow night they got to turn around and play Roncalli. A couple of top 10 teams back-to-back, Friday, Saturday.
You're getting a nice look at the rest of our socials. We're on Facebook, we're on X, we're on Instagram, and we are on YouTube. All of our games, after they take place, get posted to our YouTube account, and make sure to watch them as many times as you'd like after the games take place.
It's been pretty cool to hear about when teams come away with a pretty cool victory or a good victory, they have a watch party the following day and flip us on YouTube there and get to relive the game that was the night before.
Well, there you're getting a look at head coach Jimmy Moats. Hoops for Hunger, you can see on the shirts being worn by both teams on the warm-ups. A fundraiser where both teams got together, had a competition related to how much food could be raised for the hungry, and we'll hear more about that with Mitch Stein, AD for Norris. He'll be joining us at halftime to talk about the effort, but you always love seeing something like that, communities, schools coming together for a good cause.
You know, that's been a running theme with Norris, right? Because that was a Class B versus Class A matchup that we were talking about a moment ago with Bellevue West, but multiple communities coming together to really give the student athlete the best experience possible.
592 total food items. We were just told or heard over the PA system.
And there's some representatives from the Norris Army there to maybe receive the trophy.
I was going to say, is this the official reveal that Norris won? Well, we're going to watch this quick. The Titans, they win the Hoops for Hunger. We'll get the official breakdown from Mitch Stein, who just handed off the trophy. But again, round of applause by everyone in attendance for the effort.
That's pretty funny. The representatives there from Lincoln Pius, the 10th, are saying, hey, we want to recount, run it back.
And again, when it's all said and done, it's for a good cause. And
all smiles.
And that's Trevor Johnson as well, 80 for Pius with the white long sleeve shirt as well. So everybody getting in for the picture.
Great cause, and once again, pretty cool to see two communities competing against each other, but making time and making efforts like we're seeing here tonight.
All right, well, it's time for the starters, nearly time. These starters are brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you are cared for. So first off, for the Bolts, we talked about Charlie Morrow, the lone senior on this Pius team, leading the way with 11 points. Zach Taubenheim not far behind. He's averaging 10 and 5 at 6'8", so he is the guy they like to work it to inside. You have Sand, Stempson, and Markowski rounding out the top 5 starters for Pius.
Are you allowed to have a starting 5 at Lincoln Pius the 10th without a Markowski in one of those 5 spots?
Not. I think actually no. I think there's a new bylaw that you have to have a Markowski. I asked Coach Brill, and he is the last. Jake Markowski. So there's the 3 sisters, and then Jacob. So there's no more, at least for a little while, relating to the Markowskis. But now we are officially underway with the starters for Pius. Again, coming into this one at 5-3, victories over Big Springs, Missouri, Lincoln East, North Platte, Sidney, and most recently Lincoln Northwest. But every game they've played, there's a lot of one-possession losses.
Yeah.
There's very few, Andy, where they were double-digit or bad losses, and we mentioned the fact that they play a tough schedule.
Right.
And again, they are young, and they're trying to find their way, and they're now 2/3 of the way through the season.
Yeah, a lot of juniors, sophomores up and down this roster. You mentioned only one senior, that being Charlie Morrow, the 5'10" senior that we highlighted in the pregame. So, things take time. Sometimes you got that rebuild, and that's exactly what's going on for Pius the 10th.
All right, the lights go out for the home team as we get the Titans starting 5 about to make their way onto the court. Again, a record of 15-1. Shane Holen, we mentioned it, their one loss, they didn't have Shane Holen. He has been a huge boost to the Titans, averaging 14-5 at 6'4", and shooting 72% from the field, Andy, 44% from 3. So that's a good thing to have back in your rotation.
You mentioned the football injury, but he's also shown you that you can be a multi-sport athlete, take your time, get yourself right, get yourself healthy, and bounce back and still be a main contributor playing football and basketball.
And you have McCoy Folkerts. He was the one who hit the 3 that tied it against Pius before that three-quarter court shot was thrown up by Bosiger. So he's a senior now, and Pius will remember what he did against them. Alex Small, Chris Garner, and Evan Greenfield rounding out the starting 5.
Yeah, with Folkerts, Small, and Gardner Jr. all being seniors, it really does feel like this might be the year of the Titans.
So we are ready to rock and roll. Pretty much packed house here at Norris High for this Class B showdown.
Yeah, we're going to see it all here tonight. Phenomenal athletes on both sides. What really kind of jumps out on you is the size, the length from the Thunderbolts. A couple 6'8" players up and down that starting 5.
Pius in his zone here to start things off.
Yeah, mentioned the honesty of head coach Adam Brill throughout the conversations we had with him, throughout this week leading up to the game. He's like, we play a little bit more zone than we'd like. And I'm thinking, play more zone. You got these 2 trees that you could just camp out and protect that rim, get those guards kind of motorized and get them really running people off that 3-point line. You could put together one really tough zone, whether it's the 2-3 or the 1-3-1.
See our first foul of the game. Speaking of trees, Markowski, one of them at 6'6", he gets his first foul, which will put Holen on the line.
And there's the guard that we're talking about, 6'4", junior, forcing the issue, going into Markowski, drawing that foul early.
Holen knocks them both down. So we're off the mark here early on. Norris with the 2-point advantage. Tough defense. And that is Alex Small. And Folkerts throws it down. All 6'1" of him getting up there.
They got him listed at 6'1". I think he's a little closer to 6 foot, showing you how he can elevate and flush it.
Well, if this place wasn't energized enough. That got the fans here going, and a travel call against Pius.
It was a late whistle, but it was the correct whistle. Tonight's officials, Jack and Ken Marr. We also got Chase Grizzle, like a tough steak. Chase Grizzle. Ken Marr was the one that told me to say that, by the way. So
these refs, they're wordsmiths, some of them. More than just person who can blow the whistle. And there is an excellent charge taken by Markowski.
And Grizzle with the whistle right there. And you saw the shoulder lowered and into Markowski, taking him off of his feet. And I think all Husker fans across Nebraska ball, Husker Nation, can appreciate a good charge call. One not being called against Michigan the other night. Still hearing a lot of talk over AM radio, sports talk radio, on the no call.
Well, and just to tie it even a little bit more, Hoiberg, we covered him while he was playing for Pius. So,
yes.
I mean, if anyone would be aware, and I guess that's most of the state, these Pius fans too, not probably very happy about that.
Boy, those were some fun teams. Those were some fun teams to cover too. The two Hoiberg twins, Charlie and Sam.
Well, it's 4-0 here early. And another steal by Small. He is causing problems, and a layup in transition for Greenfield.
And Small doing an excellent job sharing the ball with his teammate there, Greenfield, who is trailing the play. Beautiful pass across the lane, opening things up for an easy lay-in for Evan Greenfield.
And Coach Brill wanting a foul. He's having a word with the referees. Referee said it was clean, and timeout taken. 6-0 Norris. Titans rolling here early. Titan Army is pumped here on NCN. Welcome back, Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen. Here on NCN, Titans open this thing on a 6-0 run. A couple of great steals and buckets in transition.
And Pius X, their coaching staff may have had a point there, looking for a foul at the midcourt. But I think all in all, they'd probably prefer not to hear whistle there, where the official is saying, look, your guard's just got to be a little stronger with the ball.
Foul called here on Holland, his first personal. And there is Small again. Man, he is all over the place, and it turns into another turnover and he flexes. He is fired up.
Yeah, and that's it's a real tough spot for the officials and the coaching staff to be in for Pius, because they just got that call on Holland, the whistle, the play before, and you can't just keep stacking up makeup calls, if you will. We'll tab at that.
Titans get the ball back. Pius staying in the 2-3, and Holland going for the backdoor oop. Wasn't far off.
Stempson, the 6'3 junior, is able to disrupt that just enough on the backside for Pius.
Skip pass across to Sand, open three, doesn't drop. Strong board there by Folkerts.
And that's what the Bolts need to do. Work the ball around. If they're going to play over-aggressive on defense, make them pay for that. You got to start knocking down those open threes.
There it's inside. Holland kicks it out. Three from the corner. Drops for Folkerts.
Yeah, the Titans just getting way too much penetration. When that ball gets down to the lane, you see those wing players on that zone collapse. That opens up way too much space for these lethal shooters that the Titans have. Boy, and Norris is jumping on the Thunderbolts here, up 9-0.
And that was quite the swat by Greenfield, but officials say there was a foul there as well. Here's another look.
A lot of ball, but you could always say, well, got him with the body there. There was some contact.
A lot of athleticism, regardless of the call shown in that sequence.
We're not short of athleticism at all here tonight.
Couple of subs coming in. You have Urbanovsky entering and Terry in for the Titans. You have Morrow at the line, averaging 11 points a game, and he gets that second one to go and puts Pius on the board. Quick ball movement by the Titans. Garner Jr. kicks it back out up top. Garner Jr. for 3, just a bit long. Offensive board, though, by Urbanovsky.
He goes out of
Called
bounds.
for the, went out of bounds, excuse me.
Yeah, and on that occasion, that was a really good discipline there from the Thunderbolts defensively. Everybody staying home, boxing out. Just a little missed time there on the rebound attempt. That allowed Urbanovsky to kind of sky for it and pull it down.
Morrow backing down his defender. Markowski taking on the double team. He still has the ball. Now triple teamed. Pius, shot clock winding down. Open 3. Off the front of the iron. Good look there for Majerus. Folkerts thought about it. Garner Jr.
Yep. They're just too quick with the ball movement there. Finding the space.
Quick trigger from Morrow, and he dials it up from downtown.
And that's going to keep the Bolts in this game. If they can just keep it within 10, they got the shooters. They can close that gap in a hurry.
And out of bounds, staying here. We have Holland and Addison checking in for the Titans, rather. 3:12 left to go in this first quarter. It's brought to you by John Henry's. Our families serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor.
The Titan Army, as you've dubbed them, helped out with that loose ball that sailed out of bounds, getting it to the official, making life easier for the guys in stripes.
Look at that pass, and there's an easy 2 for Garner Jr., and that is the 4-point mark he needed to hit 1,400.
Wow.
As a career. He's the career scoring leader for Norris. Coach Moats, being the great coach he is, joked, Garner Jr. could have had 1,400 last game, but he missed all 4 of his free throws. And so he had to wait till today. He's wanted to save it for the TV broadcast.
There we go.
To hit the 1,400 mark.
All those coaches, they always have something you can work on, don't they?
And there he is. He's got 6 now.
He wasn't sitting on that milestone for too long. 1,402 now and counting. But what gets lost in all this flashy play from Norris is their passing.
Well, good passing on the other end. Majerus with the easy 2.
Just did a really good job sneaking in there, but you cannot let down your guard. Gardner Jr. 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Majerus loses it. Titans steal it. Look out.
Got
3
numbers.
on 1. Garner Jr. going for the oop to Holland. And the roof has blown off the gym here in the first quarter.
Oh, my goodness. Everybody to their feet for the home crowd. What a play. And you knew it was bad when you saw the white numbers outnumbering the green jerseys.
Austin Goebel's a basket. We're going back and forth here. It's a track meet in the first.
Really nice job last couple of possessions by the Bolts. Working the ball down low, getting a decent look at the rim. Making that extra pass.
Foul called against Pius.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Pius, though. Those last couple offensive possessions with the crowds just roaring. The place is on fire. You mentioned the roof getting blown off after an alley-oop dunk. And they come right back, and they work the ball in for a nice little easy layup. An extra pass made, a bounce pass. Just kind of leaning on their fundamentals, keeping them in this one.
Goebel's back door. Easy 2.
Yeah.
Holland.
Holland just showing you that he is that full bag of chips, right? I mean, the ball fake down low. He plays the top of the point. You saw him with a monster dunk coming off an alley-oop. Now, you mentioned a moment ago there's going to be some athleticism on display here tonight.
3 on the way. Doesn't go. Strong offensive board by Pius. That effort will be rewarded. Stimson has 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, really like the effort that I'm seeing right now from the Thunderbolts. Stemson battling hard. He was outnumbered. Wasn't the tallest guy out there either. Still able to come away with the rebound, get himself to the line.
Foul was on Kyson Agana, who has checked in for Norris. And Stemson hits the second.
Now, we have seen a couple substitutions here for Norris, which they play with a lot of depth, but they don't really have a true 5 out there right now. They don't have a true post, so this is kind of that positionless basketball where they're going to be really looking to get into that motion offense. Ball's going to be moving a lot, going to be a lot of movement away from the ball.
Tough defense here by Pius. Shot clock to 5. And good D forces the miss from Small.
Just allow that zone to go to work there. Keep the bigs down at the rim. Defend that rim at all times, regardless of who's trying to drive it, whether that be Small or Holland. Nice denial there from Pius the 10th.
8 minutes gone. It's an 11-point lead for the Titans. We've seen a lot early. A dunk, an oop. And the fans here are excited. Number 1 Norris leads by 11 after 1.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Fuel up for the big game at Speedy Mart on 238th Street in Greenwood. Open 24 hours. We've got the winning lineup, hot coffee, ice cold drinks, and tasty snacks, plus daily specials smoked fresh in our smoker. Need a pit stop? Our bathrooms are the cleanest around, and our friendly staff always makes you feel like part of the.
Well, if that doesn't tell you what type of atmosphere we have here at Norris High, I don't know what will.
It looked like a member of our Titan Army was having a heart attack down there after that alley-oop.
And the Pius students also traveling en masse. You saw them there. They weren't as excited about those dunks and oops.
No, but they're excited about this. Once again, we're seeing Stemson stepping up and snagging another offensive rebound and finding himself back at the foul line.
And like you said, while Norris is high-flying and getting up and down the court, it's an 11-point game currently, and you mentioned it. Hang in there, hang around, and see what happens and weather the storm. So far, Pius has done that. Easier said than done to do it for more than one quarter, but that's how you have to approach this thing.
It really is. I mean, you just have to keep grinding, coming up empty there at the foul line. That's not going to help it. The recovery defense, that's all right.
And our
Taubenheim running the court
camera
well.
just took a ball right off the lens. That is Mason, who we are hoping is okay, and secondarily the camera, we hope that's okay too.
All right, we got a thumbs up here.
All right, that's good. Three on the way from Garner Jr. doesn't go.
Yeah, I think that's what Pius is going to have to do. They're going to have to crowd the lane and just hope that Norris on the kick out are going to be off the mark.
Nice pass, easy finish for Taubenheim.
Yep, there's that ball movement that we're talking about.
And right back at you, Holland with the 2.
He really does give him another dimension, the way he can put the ball down on the hardwood. Great handles for a big guy.
And a charge called on Stemson. Holland, the one to draw it. It's brought to you by Mead Lumber. And that looks a lot like what Hoiberg did.
Yeah.
I mean, not to beat a dead horse. Anyway.
Stempson just leaning into the defender a little too much. I believe that's what ultimately got that whistle to be blown.
Kick to the corner. Folkerts doesn't hit it, but a foul is called, so 3 shots coming up.
That's going to be on Morrow, just closing out a half step late, making a little contact. You know, and it's been a while now, but that's a rule that got changed where you got to allow the shooter to regain his feet, come down clean. That obviously didn't happen on that occasion.
Well, this second quarter, it's brought to you by O Street Carpet. Check out Steve Carper and the crew. Located near 17th and O in Lincoln, O Street Carpet. They will take care of your flooring needs. Folkerts hits the second. That puts him at 6 points so far.
See, now we're getting into the danger zone here for Pius.
$13-point advantage to your point. 6:30 to play.
Can't get much wider than this. And you don't have to get it all back at once. Like you're saying, just stay within that striking distance. You want to keep it within 10 before half.
That's Markowski. Nice soft touch.
Yeah, really nice job. Looking for his teammates, surveying the field, realizing nothing's open, so he just elevated, went over top of the defense, had that shooter's roll, that shooter's touch.
Nice pass, easy finish for Junior. Small with the assist.
Yep, it's that extra pass from Small that made that look a little too easy.
And it's stolen. Greenfield went for the dunk. Still gets the 2 points.
A little clap and frustration, but hey, you do get the extra rebound there if you're looking to fill the stats up.
Markowski on the other end. His second basket of the quarter.
You know, he's only a sophomore. You're seeing a lot of good things here from number 44.
Holland in the corner, lets it fly. Offensive board by Small. And Holland.
There we go.
Making that look effortless, which it's not. 10 points for Shane Holland.
Once again, Small getting involved there with the offensive rebound, a nice feed. He's up and down the roster. These Titans are just so versatile, 1 through 5.
Markowski calling for it, but Holland denies. He's running the court. There's the no-look to Greenfield and the easy lay-in. Timeout on the floor for the Bolts.
That's where they're at their best, Brandon, when they're running the court like that, scoring in transition. Head coach Jimmy Moats knows that he has the squad that can click on all cylinders night in and night out. You're seeing it right now.
17-point lead for the number 1 Norris Titans. We'll be back.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Welcome back to Norris High School. The Titans flexing their muscle here in the second, Andy. 33-16 your score. They're high flying, they're fast, they're athletic. And the Pius is trying to take the punches at the moment.
Yeah, they're trying to weather the storm. It's just going to be a tall order, and that was a good time out there from head coach Adam Brill as you started to see the Titans get into that rhythm, score in transition. Everything was working. Shots were falling, and you just had to stop the bleeding. So that was a good timeout.
Norris trying to trap in the sort of three-quarters court. Pius breaks it. Excellent work by the Bolts. Stimson gets the 2.
Once the Titans sold out and tried to trap there and got 3 defenders out of position, that was an excellent job coming out of a timeout for the Thunderbolts. Methodically work the ball down, make that extra pass that we're talking about, and getting an easy go at the rim.
And Holland blocked from behind. It's a jump. It'll stay here.
Fantastic help defense that time from Jake Markowski coming over. Boy, and so many times you see a foul called there, but Markowski got his hand on all ball. Was very careful not to make any contact with the offensive player.
Urbanovsky going against Markowski. Urbanovsky from the corner. Rebound Stimson.
Another good rebound there from Henry Stimson. Leading all rebounders right now, I believe.
Oh, nice pass to Stimson. Yep. There's a basket for him. He has 6.
Nice job flashing to the middle of the lane.
But again, the transition for the Titans, lethal.
I mean, and that was after a make. You know, you had time for your defense to get back. Gardner still got baseline.
Three off the mark. There's a nice putback for Goebbels, his second field goal tonight.
Goebbels, another one of these underclassmen, sophomores making an impact. And that's been one of the bright spots here for Pius, has been their offensive rebounding.
What a cut.
Yep.
By Folkerts, and what a find. So that puts Folkerts at 9.
Yeah, just right on time. And once the Titans have gotten baseline, you've seen a lot of good things happen. There was the latest.
Well, trading baskets. Toppenheim getting in on the action.
Okay.
There's the transition. Gardner Jr. comes down with it. Pius now able to get back. Under 2 to go. Urbanovsky battling. And we have a tie-up. And we're all done with the tie-up. 13-point game. I'd like to remind you our halftime show is coming up shortly. Brought to you by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, and proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln.
Multiple substitutions for the Titans. Once again, flexing their depth. Going to administer some full court pressure here. One of the things they're known for. A little bit of a scrum there after the play.
Titans get the turnover with the press. Holland all the way to the glass.
You know, if there's one guy you didn't want to come up with that loose ball half court, I think it was Shane Holland. That is if you're a Pius the 10th fan.
Lead back to 15, under 90 to play before halftime.
Ooh,
spin move by Morrow. That's the athleticism we were talking about that the senior possesses.
Using that spin move on the left side there to get some space away from the defender, using the old backboard.
And some active hands. Still battling for it. Foul called on Morrow.
Yeah, this is where Pius, they kind of have to roll the dice, right? You have to get aggressive defensively. You got to go for that. But that's a tough break there, as Morrow now has 3 personals. Really want to match the physicality that the Norris Titans play with.
Quick ball movement, and there's the double team on Garner Jr. And they force the turnover. A reminder, you're going to want to rather stay tuned for our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, as we have a foul called. At Sartor Heyman Jewelers, they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. Both of their Lincoln locations, either downtown Lincoln or at South Point, as well as in Grand Island. Here's another look. Just after the foul. So now we have...
Oh, no.
But then, unfortunately, Pius turns it over.
Had an opportunity there to walk away with the last shot, try and have some positive momentum, and another untimely turnover there for the Bolts.
Titans showing that they will plan to hold for one here. Shot clock is off.
Don't mistake that for the white flag. They're gonna get an opportunity here.
Garner Jr. down low, 2 more points for him. And that will send us into halftime. 41-26 your score. Norris showing why they are the top team in Class B, high flying. No looking. A lot of basket scoring Titans here after the first 2 quarters of play. Norris and Pius here on NCN. Halftime coming up.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with the touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midwest Elite Family Medicine, accepting new patients now. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
The air inside your home can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outside air. John Henry's priority is keeping your home safe and healthy for you and your family. Cleaning your home's air duct system is an important part of that goal. Our service professionals will clean your air ducts using top-of-the-line equipment that pulls air in reverse through the duct system, while using compressed air and agitation tools to remove unwanted particles. Once the air is discharged, it runs through 3 stages of filtration, leaving your air duct system restored and functioning cleaner than ever. Contact John Henry's today and schedule your steps to a healthy...
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, a side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
Welcome back here to Norris High School. Brandon Axman, guest in the booth, Mitch Stein, AD here for Norris High, who I'm imagining feeling pretty good right now. Your girls just with a performance that was very dominant over the number 3 team in Class B, and right now 41-26. And you have a great atmosphere here at the high school. How are we feeling tonight specifically?
It's been a great night. It's been a great week as we've, tried to help out, do our part with Hoops for Hunger, and certainly appreciate what Lincoln Pius did and our kids. And it's just been it's more than basketball. It's more than athletics at this point. And just trying to do our part to help out and all our volunteers, all of our students that helped. It's been just a nice end to the week. It's been really special.
Can you give us the lowdown, the cliff notes of the Hoops for Hunger, what it's all about? We talked about it in the pregame, but I want to make sure everybody at home watching gets the full scope of what happened here.
Yeah, so it started this week where we did class competitions at both high schools, and so our seniors at Norris won, and so they'll get a nice donut surprise on Monday morning. But just trying to generate awareness, obviously, help out those that are less fortunate than us, and it's just been it's gone into shooting shirts for the kids and our coaches, and now you see if we're panned out to the court, you see our girls basketball team that just competed, moments ago, and they're now doing a fundraiser with the kids on the court. So there's been total buy-in from everybody at Lincoln Pius and at Norris, and it's just been a nice week. And talking to the people at Hoops for Hunger, this has been the best fundraiser that they've had. So we're really appreciative, from private donors to fundraisers tonight to the raffle. It's been a nice week.
Well, you have the great event you just talked about. You have great basketball teams currently. How else have things been going winter sports-wise for programs here at Norris?
Yeah, both basketball teams are exactly where we thought they'd be. Really talented, really skilled, well-coached, play hard, play for one another. And, you saw tonight with the girls, maybe what their ceiling is at. I didn't get to watch a lot of the game. There's a lot of other stuff going on. I'll watch it when I get home tonight. But certainly, Pius is a very formidable team. And so we'll probably see them down the road, hopefully. But our girls certainly put a complete game together. They've played really consistent all year with their only 2 losses to Bennington. And so we're exactly where we thought we'd be. We're looking forward to it down the road. And our boys, obviously, once they get going, they're fun to watch, and they'll certainly be in the mix as we move forward. And we're just trying to stay away from sickness and whatnot right now. Yep. We've had over 100 kids gone from school this week on average, and so hopefully we can get through that and get everybody back. Our wrestling team competes tomorrow at EMC's, which is always a very, very tough tournament. They've had a really nice year. They're continuing to grow as a program, and so we'll continue to see how they do tomorrow.
Well, a lot left in winter sports. We don't want to discount that, but what about spring? What are you expecting in the spring? What programs might be up there? Yeah,
we've had a great fall, right? We had a really nice fall with all of our activities, and when you do that, it carries over into the winter. And then in the spring, we expect the same. We expect to be in these positions, and we feel like we have really, really good senior leadership. We're expecting a lot from them to lead our teams. I hope I don't miss anybody here, but our track teams, our soccer teams, our baseball team, our boys golf, girls tennis, we're really excited about the potential that they have. Now, they put in the work in the off season. They put the work in the weight room. Now it's time to go showcase on the court and on the field. But, the one thing that we're really excited about here at Norris is last spring we opened our baseball field here on campus along with tennis courts. And so we get the first full spring with 2 really premier facilities on our campus, and our kids are excited. We're going to have over 40 girls out for tennis, which has never happened before. And so, it's great time to be at Titan, and we'll just take it day by day, continue to focus on ourselves, and hopefully we'll see you guys in March.
That's our plan. Mitch Stein, athletic director with Norris. A lot of great things happening with the Titans. Great supportive community. Great basketball being shown here on NCN. Mitch, any final thoughts? We have about 30 seconds.
No, I just want to thank you guys for coming out, NCN, for covering this. And again, what a wonderful night. If we're looking out on the court, you see all the kids that are trying their basketball skills and doing a fundraiser for Hoops for Heart. We'll have a figure, probably in the next few days of what we raised and donated to the Hoops for Hunger. And again, very special moment, and just happy to be a part of it. So thank you for coming out and letting us share our story.
Our absolute pleasure. 41-26, your score at halftime. That is athletic director Mitch Stein with Norris. We'll be back with more halftime show, and we're 4 minutes away from second half action between the Titans and the Pius Thunderbolts here on News Channel Nebraska.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North Side.
Welcome back. 3 minutes and quarter. Let's jump right into our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Norris came out hard from the jump, Andy. He had the tough defense by Small, finds McCoy. Folkerts, I did not expect a dunk, I'll be honest, from Folkerts, but he's showing us that he has some hops. And then this is not a replay. More defense by Small, this time leading to another transition basket for Evan Greenfield.
Yeah, that's one of their strong suits, is turning you over, then running the court so well, top to bottom.
That set the tone of things to come. You have long ball by Folkerts knocked down. He has 9 points thus far. Pius trying to hang in there. You have a 3 hit by Morrow. He has 6 points and is leading the Bolts. But again, you're taking on the premier team in Class B, and it's tough. They move the ball quick, Andy. This time you saw the bucket from Garner Jr., who has 12 points in the first half.
Yeah, I made mention of it earlier, that something you lose in all of this is their passing. Just look at the pass right there, an 80-foot pass up court, in stride to Gardner with an easy finish.
Speaking of passing, yep, this is the oop, making it look effortless. Garner Jr. 2, Holland. Man, I think Coach Moach is happy he's back.
That entire drive, the ball did not hit the court once. 3 passes, dunk.
Toppenheim, though, with a basket for Pius. He has 4 points, both coming in the second quarter. To Pius's credit, they are hanging in there and battling and getting buckets. This time, Markowski had a good stretch where he had a couple of back-to-back field goals.
He got blocked a little bit by the official there. That was a beautiful move there, going up and over the top of the defense.
More ball movement. Small finding the cutter. Easy basket for Norris. It was 21-10 after 1. It's 41-26 currently. A lot of the same. Just dunk number 3. Holland getting up there again.
It happens fast when you're playing the Titans. Just look at how they move the ball. Another no-look cross-court pass. Easy lane in transition for Greenfield.
And we had a lot of people in the student section who were pretty happy about what happened in that first half. As they should be. While we're running out of halftime, we'd like to remind you this halftime show is brought to you by RMV Construction. If you have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction is the company you need to call. Tonight we're featuring the Nebraska Department of Transportation's brand new regional maintenance facility. It's built by RMV Construction. The Nebraska Department of Transportation trusts RMV Construction to build projects across the state in Kearney, Burwell, and McCook. They build large facilities, offices, and building maintenance for NDOT. You can trust them too. Big projects, small projects, RMV Construction combines their experience, reliability, and local pride. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Trusted, local, and proven. And before we get to the third quarter, we'd like to remind you to check us out on social media. Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. All of those are avenues to further consume our high school sports content.
Yes, sir. And we're putting highlights and full game broadcasts out on YouTube now. Just got up yesterday, Plainview versus Cedar Catholic, and that's kind of another nod to NCN in our sports department. We are across the state. That one up there in Hardington, Nebraska.
Well, we are back in action. 41-26 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Glad that you are with us. High school hoops on a Friday night in southeast Nebraska. And Pius starting out with some tough defense, forcing a turnover.
Got to be strong with the ball, especially when you get down around Markowski.
Morrow finds his buddy, Henry Stempson. for the triple.
And you felt that coming off the turnover, just the rhythm of that first opening offensive set there for Pius at 10th.
And you have a block by Markowski.
Okay, a couple defensive stops with Markowski right in the middle of it.
Morrow skip pass across.
Uh-oh.
And unfortunately, a turnover for Pius.
I think Sander was expecting the backcourt to kind of widen out there. That pass kind of sailed towards more of the midcourt area.
Well, Greenfield making it look easy.
See, and there's that multiplicity there, how multiple this team can really be. Okay, it breaks down. We can't work it inside. That's fine. We'll just find a shooter on the perimeter.
Small with the steal, running the court, finding Greenfield, who thought about letting it fly again. Instead goes baseline. Kicks it to Holland. Just a tad strong on the three.
Good board. Stemson once again. Using every bit of that 6'3" frame.
Nice layoff to Sand. One more pass. Markowski. Unable to hit. Loose ball grab by Folkerts.
That was a good look, though. That was a good look for the Thunderbolts. Threat the rim. Kick out wide open.
And Holland denied by Markowski.
Markowski with a couple blocks, a steal to start off this second half.
It's going to be a foul on Garner Jr.
Yeah, just getting a little too physical that time. Taubenheim trying to do some work. He's going to take a break here. Goebbels checks into the game. Another sophomore. I mean, this is a young roster.
Just the one senior that we talked about, Morrow. Everyone else, juniors or sophomores. It's always the trade-off when you're playing young players. You have to take your lumps, but then it pays off when you have players with that experience as sophomores or juniors the following year. Good scramble here. Steps in, gets it out to Morrow. It's grabbed by Holland. Morrow called for the foul.
That's not I mean, that's going to be his fourth foul, unfortunately, but had he not caused that tie-up, you might have had another one for the highlight reel at the rim. Defense trying to retreat, catch up. The high-flying Titans.
Olin wide open. He'll shoot it. And he buries it.
Yep. And you got to give something up, you know, if you're going to go to a 2-3 zone. So you push them to the corners, and when it's one of those nights when they're knocking down that shot, look out.
Well, this third quarter, it's brought to you by Husker Rehab, where they're treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab. $18-point advantage currently for the number one team in the state in Class B, Norris. Markowski throwing it up. Gets his own rebound. And the putback doesn't go either. He gets a second.
Oh, no.
Still doesn't go for him. Good effort, good effort.
I was going to say, not due to lack of effort.
Baseline mid-range jumper pops out. And it's off Greenfield. We'll stay with Pius.
I'm trying to help the official there, point towards holding the possession. I think the official's got it right.
Another look there, and I think you are right that they were right. Timeout taken by Pius. We'll take a quick one as well. 47-29. It's Norris leading the Thunderbolts here on News Channel Nebraska.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. Visit one of their locations or check them out online at bankofthevalley.com. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today.
Welcome back to Norris High, packed house. As you can see, we had a top 3 matchup between the girls, and Norris winning convincingly over Pius. And now the boys following up with a strong performance. There you see the boys basketball, a couple of their state titles.
Hey now, the speech team had a banner there too. Come on now. Well-rounded student body here in Perth, Nebraska for the Norris Titans.
Sand thought he had a layup. Hollins said, not so fast. Now we're coming the other way.
A good denial there. Taubenheim allowing for the skip pass. And with the steal.
Have to love the effort shown by both sides there. Ends up being Pius possession. Denied. Good defense by Cooper Rice. Garner Jr. to the rack. 2 shots coming up.
And it happens so fast. Once again, I mean, a turnover, everybody going 100 miles an hour. But that puts the defender in a pretty much impossible, position there where a returning first team all-staters coming down at you. Went over the 1,400 career points plateau here tonight.
All-time leading scorer, past Barrett Bosiger, who said it last year. If you're Barrett, I mean, come on. I just set the career record at Norris, and then, Garner Jr. takes it away a year later.
You hear the tagline, well, records are meant to be broken, but yeah, come on. 1 season, not even a full season afterwards.
And again, just speaks to the talent that has come through Norris recently and the success that they've had. A lot of people thought that the team last year was the team that had the potential to do it, and coming up just short against Scott in the semis. And talked to Coach Moats at the start of this season as Sand hits the 3. He said, as good as last year's team was, I like this team even a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you can see why.
They're just so athletic across the board, and the depth they have. Markowski with another block.
Ends up in the hands of Addison, who does get the 2.
And right there is something I really appreciate about Jimmy Moats' team and all the teams he's coached over the years. They didn't complain after the contact there underneath the rim. Gardner could have been looking at sideways at the officials. No, they got after it, got this loose ball, and scored.
Markowski, excellent pass, finding a wide open Joe Hostreiter.
Hostreiter, the freshman, making himself available down at the rim. He was jumping up and down saying, come on, look me up, look me up.
Tie up, it'll be Pius basketball.
I tell you what, but that was another heads-up feed from Markowski, who's usually down around the rim area, but he's kind of backed out. We saw him with a 3-ball attempt earlier. It was just off the mark. That time doing a really nice job making that pass.
Another look by Beatrice Community Hospital there on our instant replay. Beatrice Community Hospital, incredible care. Incredibly close. As we're under 2 minutes to play in the third. 15-point game, Pius keeping it respectable here.
Addison, number 4 there for the Titans, extending his defense out, swatting that ball away. Just feels like no passing lane is safe ever with the team speed that the Titans have.
Five on the shot clock. Markowski forced to throw it up. And Gaina comes down with the rebound. Corner 3, nothing but net for Addison.
Oh, goodness. Once again, attacking the rim, collapsing the defense in, kicking it out, finding your shooters.
Markowski's calling for it. There's the help from Greenfield. Look out. Addison travels. A little out of control there, and whistle's blown.
But just relentless pressure. Greenfield with the baseball pass, the length of the court. Credit Pius, though, for getting back on defense, causing the turnover, causing the travel.
Push is going to be called on Cooper Rice.
6-foot senior Cooper Rice getting in some minutes here.
That's Jacob Nguyen, the sophomore, recently entered for Pius. The double.
Well, it's a tough spot to be in. Good heads-up play there from Sander, bouncing it off a Titan defender to save the possession. Double team was collapsed in on him. I mean, even just inbounding the ball, right? You're kind of nervous for the Thunderbolts.
And Nguyen stepping on the baseline. To your point, just nothing easy at all. Shot clock is off here as we round out the third. Lead now up to 18. Greenfield. And a foul here by Gaines. Time's winding down, 1.7 to play.
So Alex Small making an impact once again with his hustle, snagging that offensive rebound.
And that will send us to the fourth. Titans adding to their lead, 52-34 after 3. A lot of the same well-balanced passing attack, tough defense, great shooting. Titans showing why they are the #1 team in Class B. More high school basketball coming up. Fourth quarter on News Channel.
The 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC is built for those who demand more. And for a limited time, you can save up to $10,000 off MSRP. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together. NCN Sports is brought to you by Complete Insurance in Lincoln and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Fourth quarter now officially underway at Norris High. Brandon Axsmith, Andy Klassen. High school hoops on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union and Banking with Purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Also presented by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today.
Just seeing the physicality that Norris plays with as well. You saw Alex Small knew he had an undersized guard on him, so he just backs him down to the rim.
There, Greenfield unable to knock it down.
Brody Freeman with the rebound. Another sophomore here for Pius the 10th.
Greenfield with the steal. Trailer Holland. Another offensive board. And Small will head to the line.
And okay, everything's going 100 miles an hour, right? But just right there was a perfect example where Greenfield didn't try to force a pass in there early. In that offensive drive, just waited for an additional trailer to come in and feed it to, and that was Alex Small. Johnny on the spot getting the feed. It was actually Alec, the guy that got that offensive rebound. Drew the foul.
Getting a look at Coach Moats. Knows a little bit about basketball. His 6th year with Norris. Played at Creighton. Knocked down a few threes in his day.
Yes, he did. Those are some fun Creighton teams to watch, too. Back in the old Missouri Valley Conference days. Also had a state title run with the Sterling Jets as a coach. Yeah, there's not going to be much he can point to as far as we need to work on this, guys, because we've seen all-out effort. You just saw Gardner Jr. skying for a rebound.
And their foul is called on Markowski.
Yeah, that's just that's a tough pill to swallow when you're the guy committing the foul. And you're the one that ends up on your backside. You kind of took the brunt end of that. Also speaks to just, the team strength that you accumulate being upperclassmen. I mean, let's not lose sight of that. A lot of these guys are multi-sport athletes. They're in the training room, the weight room throughout the offseason.
Look at that suffocating defense and effort there that ends up with the Greenfield basket.
What a pass from Folkerts there.
Another steal by Greenfield.
And it's not like the Titans are shooting lights out. You just saw another miss there, but you said it. It's just constant pressure. It's always coming at you.
Good basket by Stemson in transition. That puts him in double digits with 11. And Wynn will be called for the foul.
Kind of surprised Holland didn't pull the trigger there on that 3-ball. I think they're kind of, in that take some air out of the ball mode, extend the offensive possession.
He has 15 so far. His last field goal was a 3 back in the 3rd. Markowski just called for his 3rd personal as we're under 6 to go. Greenfield with the left. Or excuse me, that was Junior Garner with the left. His first basket of the
Garner's
half.
So good, whether it's the left side of the rim, right side. That time just gliding down the left side of the lane through a lot of traffic. Saw that kiss off the window.
Good answer back by Stemson.
Really was. Strong take with the right hand. Didn't hurry himself up. Against a very good defender in Chris Gardner Jr.
And Holland is fouled. I believe that'll be Markowski's 4th.
Seeing just on time, on point, this offense all night long. You saw the penetration that forced Markowski to come out. And right on time, Holland gets in behind that last line of defense for the Bolts. Just time and time, it's how an offense is supposed to look, how it's supposed to operate. Very impressive performance here for the Titans.
And Greenfield will be called for the foul.
Morrow playing with 4 fouls of his own, so he has to be careful. The guard that drew that foul on the sideline.
Pius turning it over. Good heads-up play by Morrow. Looking ahead of this schedule, too, for Norris. So be their 15th win in a row. Then they have Beatrice and Gretna games that against 500 teams. You think they'll win. They'll be about 17 in a row. They have a tough stretch, though. 3 of their last 4 games against top 10 teams. You have Scott, followed by Elkhorn North on the road 3 days later, followed by Scotts Bluff the next day. So that'll be a good test for the Titans to sort of round out the regular season heading into March.
Not only that, but with those 3 teams you mentioned there, they're probably going to end up seeing them at the state tournament too. So quick turnaround, and I think that's as we see, quite the play there. Nice job from the Thunderbolts getting position underneath the rim there for the box out, drawing the over the back call. But I think the coaching staff probably likes that okay, we're going to be battle tested, and it's going to be top of mind as we start to gear up for that state run. Out of all that, I kind of want to see the Bearcats. I'm kind of curious to see Scotts Bluff.
Now, look out. Ow. That is the point of view from Mason, and see great sportsmanship being shown by our student section behind him and the administrator next to him. Mason's had a tough day today. Ball off the lens, but knocked off the chair.
That Titan Army, though, they're taking care of him down there. The Titan Army, they've come to play as well.
We appreciate everything all of our camera operators are doing, our terrific production crew, Paul Hires, Danny Alvarado, and the truck, amongst all the others. None of these games tonight or any other are possible without the people behind the curtain making it all happen.
No doubt. Head coach Jimmy Moats kind of looking a little frustrated there after the 2 missed free throws.
Active hands from Small. That'll be Small giving a breather. Greenfield comes back in as we're at the halfway point of the 4th quarter. 22-point advantage for Norris. Nice take by Nguyen.
Okay.
Count the basket.
That was a fantastic job by the post. As Majerus clearing out, going to the other side of the lane and allowing Nguyen some room to work with there. The crossover, he's able to get that step on the defense. Nifty little move to the rim. Nguyen, another one of these sophomores. I mean, they are loaded. That's a loaded sophomore class the Thunderbolts have.
Another look on Meade Lumber instant replay. Active hands by Majerus, tipping it away. Greenfield finding Terry, who is fouled.
Yep. Good call, good whistle. There's a push.
Well, be sure to stay tuned for our post-game show that will include our player of the game interview. That's brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center. At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they are your healing destination. First free throw falls for Rice.
You know, as Rice got baseline there with Nguyen giving him a shove there and getting called, all he did was save the whistle probably down the line, because that would have put the bigs, the post, in a really tough spot for Pius X.
Corner three knocked down by Sand, his second triple tonight.
We talked about it. It's been great effort here for Pius throughout.
Carter Jr. behind the back, left-hand finish.
Yeah, a one-on-one scenario. That's a pretty tall order.
There's Greenfield.
Fantastic job corralling that pass that was out in front of him. That's where it needed to be, but he kept that defender on his back hip there, shielding him away from the ball. Uh-oh.
Olin, that's the fourth dunk tonight. He took it easy.
You know, you look at a guy like Holland and even Greenfield a moment ago, it's like, okay, well, what is he good at? Everything. Just about everything.
Yeah, it's safe to say there's not many weaknesses that you can discern for this Titan team.
Okay, we're going to have multiple substitution now. A little bit of a line change with just over 2 minutes to go. Loud round of applause from the home crowd here. We see multiple reserves enter in.
Gaina in, Marcus Nelson in for the first time. Grayson Addison, Cooper Rice, and Urbanovsky for Norris. Sand again from the corner. Tobenheim with the board, back to Sand. Why not? He gives it another go.
Yes,
this time he strikes.
There's that 6'8" frame coming into play on the rebound and the kick out.
Backdoor cut. That's an easy two for Rice.
And that actually got head coach Jimmy Moats a little fired up there. Love to see that zero drop off from your first wave to your second wave of players.
Jump ball, possession arrow, Pius.
Yeah, and that's kind of been a reoccurring theme for Pius X. You know, when they get the ball down around the rim, a lot of times it gets mucked up, it gets stopped, you know. It gets a little sticky. That's due to Norris and their defense.
Just over a minute remaining.
Yep, good call there. Schmidt had his couple of hands on Nguyen.
Well, be sure to stay tuned for our post-game show. It's brought to you by Custom Sports. From screen-printed T-shirts to sublimated jerseys, they have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at customsportsco.com.
Custom make just about any T-shirt you can imagine, Brandon.
Potentially state championship winning T-shirts. If you're Norris, certainly have those aspirations. Looking for the program's fifth if they were to do it this year.
I always love seeing Custom Sports out at the state tournaments, state track, state basketball. They always got a big stand presence. And you always got to buy a hat or a T-shirt because you want to show everybody
Absolutely.
that you were there. Kind of like when you go to a concert.
Right, right. Oh, nice Defense, that's Eli Quickie swatting it away. We talked about what Norris has coming up next. For Pius, they're in a sort of the first of a 3-game gauntlet as Urbanovsky gets his first basket. After tonight, they prepare for Roncalli tomorrow, and then Aurora, also a top 10 team, next week on a Tuesday.
Yeah, so you can say, well, it gets a little easier, but still some really good competition, as you mentioned. Both teams right in the middle of our top 10 rankings.
Nguyen unable to hit the first. Second one coming up.
You know, Jacob's shown us some things. Nguyen with his crossover dribble. Has that high arcing shot from the foul line. Unable to connect on the second attempt.
Active hands, Quickie. Heavy off the glass. Follow-up doesn't go. 13 seconds left.
Big smile on Marcus Nelson, the 6-foot senior. He's an intimidating force down there, I'll tell you what.
Well, as time winds down. That will do it. 71-47 is your final. A dominant victory by Norris. 71-47. Our pregame show is coming up next. As the Titans show why they are the number 1 team in Class B.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast for the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy. NCN Sports is brought to you by MedElite Urgent Care, ER skills without ER bills. And by the home team, Charlie and Trista Stewart with the home team.
Welcome back courtside now with winning head coach Jimmy Moats. The Titans took care of business. A couple of splash plays early on there to really set the tone.
Yeah, I thought our energy level was good. Just in getting going early. I thought we jumped out early. They had to take a quick timeout. So, I mean, I thought our defense dictated a lot of that in the first half. But it was different guys at different times tonight making plays. And it's a nice problem to have as a coach when you've got multiple weapons that can do different things on the court. And more importantly, these guys play so well together. They share the ball, play unselfish. Defensively, I thought we did a really good job. We were pretty sound for 4 quarters, but just a good overall quality win against a team that's played a really good schedule that has given us some problems over the last 3-4 times we played them.
You mentioned a good problem, your depth and how you don't see much drop off from player to player. How has you and your coaching staff kind of found that balance throughout the season now on a 17-game winning streak?
It's just plugging different guys in at different points. Our bench has been really good all year. I mean, Cooper was really good again tonight. Herb's minutes were good. Grayson Addison had 5 big points in the third quarter to get us going. Kyson Gaina, what he does defensively and rebounding-wise is huge for us. So those bench guys don't necessarily get the recognition they need to because they definitely help us in terms of spelling these guys some minutes. But I just thought, with 9-10 guys you can throw in there at any given time, there's not a lot of drop-off. I've done this a long time. It's been a while since I've been in Sterling we've had that problem.
People know about your defense, your high-flying offense. I think something that gets kind of lost in the mix is your guys' passing. Tell me a little bit about your passing and how unselfish your entire team is with the ball.
These guys have played a lot of basketball together. I mean, they share the ball really well. They play unselfish, and they make the right play, more importantly. And it's not about who scores points. And we're in a day and age right now where some guys want to get theirs. It's not about that right now. It's about winning games and playing together, playing smart. And I think our numbers reflect that. So we got to keep it going. We've got some tests coming up here going into February. They're going to be big for us.
Can you tell me about tonight's player of the game? Evan Greenfield was the guy that we picked. Could have picked 5 or 6 different guys. 13 points, constant motor on defense.
Evan sets the tone defensively for us. I mean, he's what he's done the last few years. Just his overall game has gotten really good. I mean, he makes some big plays defensively for us. He likes taking that job of trying to hound the ball. But more importantly, his willingness to make the extra pass or to get on the floor to get a loose ball or stick a big shot. I mean, that's what he does, and I'm glad he's on our team. I'll be the first to say that.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All righty, let's bring in our player of the game, Evan Greenfield, 13 big points. You guys really won this one going away. What are your initial thoughts, takeaways, kind of taking it to Pius the 10th?
Sorry. I feel like that was the craziest I've ever seen our gym. Like, I'm going to start with that. Like, when Shane had that dunk in the first, I think it was the first quarter, but I don't know. But I have never seen this gym so crazy and electric. So that was one of the most fun environments I've ever played in. I thought the guys played great. It was just a fun game. We were flying around. It was awesome. It was loud. Yeah, I'm just so excited.
What is that like to feed off that energy? You mentioned your home crowd. You had the Titan Army here being loud and proud all game long.
Yeah, it's amazing. When you got so many amazing fans here to support you, and especially the student section, like when you make big plays, you know they're going to have your back. When you make bad plays, you know they're going to have your back. Like, you just feed off that energy, and that's just something really special here at Norris.
You guys are on quite a winning streak, a run right now. How do you keep that going, knowing that you got some top 10 opponents right around the corner?
I feel like throughout the team, all it is excitement. Like, I feel like we've been here before, and like we've handled these big games, and like this is what we live for. Like, we live for the good games, and where the teams are really good, and that's like we're just all looking forward to it.
You mentioned that opening tip-off and how the crowd was going wild. What were you guys talking about in the locker room just before, where you came out with that type of energy and really took it to Lincoln Pius?
Yeah, well, the last time we got them at home, Coach Mote said that we got out to a really early run, and so he was just like, we're going to try and translate that to this game too. Come out, throw a knockout blow in the first quarter, first half, and then just get up after them defensively.
Evan, you've been knocking a lot of teams out. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Brandon, let's head up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy, and congratulations to Evan Greenfield, our Nebraska Orthopedic Center player of the game at Nebraska Orthopedic Center. They are your healing destination, and as you heard, there could have been any number of players for Norris that were getting to do that post-game interview because it was a well-rounded effort, a dominant effort by the Titans in this one. So with that, let's just go right into our top plays of the game between the Titans and the Thunderbolts. Again, a Class B showdown between rivals. And With that, here we go. Electric atmosphere in Norris as the Titans, the number 1 team in Class B, hosting Pius the 10th. First quarter, here we go. It started from the jump. Alex Small. Suffocating defense leads to a two-handed flush from McCoy Folkerts. All 6'1" of him getting up there and throwing it down. Different play, about the same result. Small starting to steal. Greenfield with the basket in transition. Norris out to an early lead. Now you have the three-pointer knocked down by McCoy Folkerts as well. Norris so balanced, so many attacking weapons. But Pius, they hung in there too. Charlie Morrow, the senior leader for this team, knocking down the three. It's an 11-point lead for the Titans at this point. And this blew the roof off the gym. You have Garner Jr. with the oop to Shane Holland, who had a team-high 19 points. It may have been inducing heart attacks, or at least pretend heart attacks, by the Titan Army. They were pleased, to say the least, with that alley-oop. Back to Pius Taubenheim with the lane. It was 21-10 after one. Norris to Holden. One of several flushes that he had following that oop. He had that dunk, and we might even have another one later. Evan Greenfield running the court. He finished with 13. Several players, 3 for the Titans, finished in double digits. It was 41-26 at the halftime break. Fast ball movement leads to a McCoy Folkerts lay-in. He had 9. Titans, you began seeing very early on why they are the number 1 team in Class B. So triple knocked down by Stepson, though for Pius, he led the Thunderbolts. He had a great night. 14 points in total for Stepson. But again, there's just too many weapons. Holland knocking down the three as well. Pius hanging in there, but Norris well in control. Greenfield, once again, making that look a lot easier than it actually is. The Titans would end up running away with this one. Excellent pass by Garner Jr., laying it out for Holland, and one more dunk for good measure. The Titans come away with the comfortable victory in this one, 71-47, your final. An excellent game for the Titans as they improve to 16-1, and their winning streak improves to 15 or 16 games. They've won a lot in a row. In fact, they only dropped their second game of the season against Bell West and have rattled off all the others as victories. So we'll quickly go down the scoring totals. First off for the Titans, Shane Holland with a team-high 19 points. McCoy Folkerts with 9. Chris Garner Jr. with 18. Evan Greenfield with 13 for Norris. You also had Grayson Addison with 5 off the bench. Cooper Rice with 3. For Pius, you had 6 by Charlie Morrow. Zach Taubenheim with 4. Sawyer Sand hit 3 triples, so he had 9. Henry Stempson with a team-high double-digit figures. 14 points for the Bolts. Markowski had 4. Goebbels with 4. Majerus with 2. Hastreiter with 2. And Nguyen with 2. As always, we'd like to remind you, we are on social media. Give us a follow. Facebook, X, YouTube, Instagram. Any and all will be excellent avenues for you to continue to enjoy our sports content on News Channel Nebraska. And before we let you go, we need to let you know about all the games we have coming up, starting with tomorrow. Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championship. We have 2 top 10 matchups on the girls' side first, followed by the boys. We'll be at Lincoln High tomorrow, 2:50. First game, girls. Number 1, Lincoln North Star taking on number 7, Lincoln Southwest. Great Capital City showdown. And then on the boys' side, number 1, Lincoln Southwest taking on number 2, Lincoln North Star. So a 1 versus 2 matchup in Class A on the boys' side of the HAC Championship, 1 versus 7 to start things off on the girls' side at 2:50. If you enjoy basketball, tune in. A lot of people are saying this might be the year as well that Class A is not an Omaha team. Lincoln has a lot of power, and these are 2 of the teams that you'll be seeing in both the girls and boys games that will have a chance to make some noise down in Lincoln in March. After that, we head to next week. Another great game, Bellevue West Lincoln North Star, girls and boys doubleheader. That boys game is a top 5 matchup. The Thunderbirds always a perennial power. North Star, as mentioned, they are number 1 currently. Lincoln Southwest, Millard West. Metro taking on the Capital City next Friday, a week from tonight. Then you have the East Husker Finals on Saturday in Stanton. And then Blue Hill Pleasanton on Tuesday, February 10th. Don't miss any of the games. Tune in for all of them. If you forget about what games we're covering, you can go to newschannelnebraska.com or follow us on social like we showed you. With that, we'll wrap up here from Norris. Special thank you, as always, to our terrific crew. Paul Hires, Danny Alvarado in the truck. For Andy Klassen, I'm Brandon Axmit. We'll see you for the Hack Championships at Lincoln High tomorrow. Live coverage starting at 2:50 Central.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.